All right, now for my favorite, full body recovery. All right, let's start at the feet. So as you can see, I have a band, and what I'm doing is right here, I'm doing 10 external rotations, and then I'll cross over with my right foot and do 10 internal rotations on my right foot. And obviously, you want to do the same with your left foot. Okay, I'm gonna cross back over and do 10 internal rotations with my left foot. I will do 2 sets of this exercise right here, 10 external rotations on both feet, and then 10 internal rotations on both feet as well. All right, so as a receiver, you have to have strong ankles, flexible ankles, strong feet, flexible feet, because you are running and cutting more than any other player on the field. All right, you're like a soccer player. You're doing a lot of cutting, a lot of running. So you want to keep those ankles and those feet very flexible. You don't want to break anything. You don't want to pull anything. I've had 2 fractures in my feet and I've had broken ankles. You don't want that. Next, we're going to slow it down for full body. Right here, I'm just really sitting back on my feet, the glutes, and I am stretching my quads and I'm stretching my knees. Next, I'm going to kick my leg back. Okay, so this can be uncomfortable at first, but you have to be really flexible, all right? Go really slow. I'm rocking left to right. This is an amazing stretch for your legs, for your glutes, for your hips, for your knees, for your quads. Just a great stretch all around. So I'll probably rock about 30 seconds on the left side and then 30 seconds on the right side. All I'm doing is just rocking left to right. You want to be really slow. You'll feel it in your hip flexors too. So it's a great stretch. Really dig into this stretch. All right. So the next stretch that we're going to do is actually, all right, look, I'm enjoying this stretch way too much. Okay, the next stretch is going to be 2 45-degree angles. All right, what I'm going to do is for 10 seconds, you're going to do a 3-way stretch. So for 10 seconds, as you can see, I'll stretch towards my feet. And then after those 10 seconds, I'll stretch, just bringing your chest down in the middle of your shin for 10 seconds. And then you are bringing your chest over your knee for 10 seconds. Really be slow about this. If you can reach with both hands, that'd be great. That just shows kind of how flexible you are. This one is really, really good for the glutes, really, really good for the hip flexors. You also like this one for your quads, and also you can kind of feel it in your hamstrings too. So we're going to do 10 seconds 3-way towards the feet, and then we're going to go towards the shins, and then we're going to do 10 seconds towards the knee. The hardest part is probably those 10 seconds that you will do going towards your feet, because that just kind of sucks when you tight coming off that field. But breathe, y'all. Deep, slow breaths in the stretches. Okay, this next one is the full back stretch. You may have to rock up a few times just to get those feet back. So what I'm trying to do here is to just kick my feet back and hold there for about 30 seconds. Now, this stretch is my favorite, but it's also super uncomfortable if you are not flexible, all right? As you can see right there, I'm kind of holding my feet in place. And then I've gotten to where I could actually take my legs and stretch a little over to the left and a little over to the right. So I'm not going to tell you guys to do this left to right deal, but try to hold this stretch as long as you possibly can. No more, no less, no more than 30 seconds, no less than 10 seconds, that sort of thing. Because your back is, you're doing a lot with your back. So next, hands, as you can see, are money makers. So we're going to do a front hand stretch. So what you're going to do is just kind of like you planking or something. Just tabletop stretches, lean into it really slowly. You want to give a 30 count, about 30 seconds, because your wrists and your hands really need to be stretched to prevent injury. Trust me, y'all. The more flexible you are, the less you are prone to injury. All right, and your hands and your wrists are no different. Okay, so we're gonna shake them out, and then we are going to turn those babies upside down and sit back on it. Now this kind of looks weird, but trust me, this is stretching out those wrists, stretching out those hands. It's gonna feel weird at first, but yo, don't let that deter you, all right? Hold this for about 30 seconds if you can. If you can't, feel free to come up. I don't want you to pull anything. But yeah, hold this for 30 seconds. And after you do each one, you really just want to shake them out, shake them out and get ready for the next stretch. All right, you ain't done with the hands and the wrists. Here we go. Just a little free stretching. Turn them back over right there. And we're going to rock left to right real slow. Probably like 10 rocks, 10 slow rocks. Because those hands, man, I'm telling y'all, the hands and the wrists, they do so much work. You're going to be catching like 100 balls a day, probably way more than you used to. So you really want to make sure those hands and those wrists are strong and flexible. So after you rock, give me a little shake out. Go back down and flip your hands over. This is my favorite hand stretch. All right. I do that stretch a lot on the field. Here we go. Rocking left to right, left to right. There we go. All right, great. I can feel that right now. I love this stretch for the hands. I love this stretch for the wrists. So many people do not stretch their hands and wrists enough, especially receivers. That's how we make our money, y'all. Our hands, our wrists, strong hands, strong wrists. Okay. All right. So after that, we want to, just shake them out, shake them out. Do a few, neck circles, just 3 clockwise, 3 counterclockwise. You've been turning that neck a lot. And when you do this, that is it. We are done with our full body, y'all. There's actually way more, but this is just some kind of PowerPoints. Next, ice, baby. Ice, okay? You don't have to go to a facility to ice, guys. You can, one, take a cold bath or shower, or you can also, I'll tell y'all what y'all can do. This is my actual ice. I've had this for probably months or weeks. So you can go buy 2 10-pound bags of ice. They're like $1.99, no more than $2.99 each. And divvy them up into grocery bags and keep them in your freezer. And that way you can spot ice. You're welcome. Save you a lot of money. All right. Okay, y'all. Rest those bodies. Let's get it.